What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. Before we get into some wrestling talk, this episode is brought to you by Layback TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, all the HBOs, every language. If you don't speak that Espanol, we got it in English. And you can go on laybacktv.com so you can see how you can download it on your app stores for your iPhones, in your Play stores, and your Androids, and how you can watch it at home and chillax on your Fire Sticks, okay? And you can check them out on their Instagram on official_laybacktv, okay? Now, let's not waste any time. We got a lot to digest. Let's get into some fucking wrestling talk, biatch. Whoa! Holy shit. Lot to digest. Crown Jewel weekend, lots happened. Let's not waste any time. Let's give you a little brief on what happened on Smackdown. The MFTs, Solo Sikoa, Tamatanga, Tonga Loa, and the whole JC Mateo and the big dude, they returned with nice face paint. Took out Shinsuke Nakamura and the United States champion Sami Zayn. And if that wasn't impressive, the Wyatt Six defeated the Street Profits to retain the WWE Tag Team titles, but got a visit paid to them in the ring. That's right, the MFTs face to face with the Wyatt Six. This is going to get interesting. What has the MFTs got planned? I don't know. Maybe to join forces? We got War Games coming. Or maybe they got those eyes on the WWE Tag Team titles. But whatever it was, Solo Sikoa told Nikki Cross that him and Uncle Howdy got to talk. Can't wait to see what happens there. But they had a main event. It was Aleister Black taking on Damian Priest in a last man standing match. What I loved about this match is that they brought back the fireballs. You know what I mean? Like they used to be back in the days. You know what I'm talking about? Go on back in the days with the WrestleMania 9, Bret the Hitman Hart taking on Yokozuna, WWE Championship. Oh no, I'm sorry. Wrong match. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think if I've had to think about it, I can't think of a specific match. I'm sorry, that Bret Hart versus Yokozuna match, that was actually salt in the face. That was a different type of object. But I remember WCW used to do it a lot. You know, ECW used to do it a lot. I can't think of a specific match. But there's a moment in WCW that it definitely, you know, something with the dungeon, you know, the Dungeon of Doom with Kevin Sullivan and the Giant and so forth. So, but with that being said, before there was a fireball to the face of Damian Priest, as you can see, Zelina Vega propped out from the crowd to try to stop Damian. Now, this is a little conflicting because Zelina Vega is Aleister Black's wife. Okay? Now, you know, I thought she was part of the LWO, which was, you know, Rey Mysterio and everybody. But, you know, it seems like, you know, with Rey injured, it's been dying down. You know what I'm saying? It's been dying down with the LWO. The fire, the hype that they had just isn't there without Rey. You know what I'm saying? And no championships to add to the collection. Just didn't work. Zelina Vega, you know, she's fresh off a couple months ago being the second holder of the Women's United States Championship, but she lost it to Julia. And she lost the rematch, I believe. Yeah, she lost the rematch. She didn't get the title back. But now, Zelina Vega is inserting herself in this match. Now, if you don't remember, a while back, this past summer, Damian Priest and Zelina Vega, both being Boricuas, if you don't know what that means, Puerto Rican, were at the Puerto Rican Parade in New York. You know what I'm saying? To represent for WWE. Now, it's her inserting herself. Fireball hits to Damian's face. Woo! That kick to the fucking head. It went pew! And we got a last man standing. Aleister Black wins the match. Somebody sent me a screenshot of what allegedly, you know, the girlfriend of Damian Priest, Lola Vice, she posted something after that. Are we gonna see what they did with CM Punk and AJ Lee against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins? Are we gonna get that? It'd be interesting, because if you bring Lola Vice from NXT to the main roster, where she goes from here. Personally, I don't think Lola Vice is done with NXT. She's lost her second NXT championship match, to JC Jane. Her first one was against Roxanne Perez. She just can't get that title. I mean, she's still building. It took a few years, but she's still building. She's finding her rhythm. You know what I mean? And I think she's still got more work to do. To put her in an intergender match is just a little bit much. So, either Damien's looking towards Lola Vice, or Damien's going to bring an old friend of Zelina Vega and his Terra twin, Rhea Ripley. But that's depending on if she's not done doing what she's doing. Yeah, but moving on. We got Crown Jewel in Perth, South Australia. All right, so this is what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to get into the matches. We're going to get into the ratings of each match. We're going to give the MVPs of the night, the ring gear of the night, the entrance of the night, and the match of the night. Okay? Now, 5 matches down the direct in the order that they performed in. Roman Reigns taking on Bronson Reed of the Vision in a Australian street fight. I rated this match a 4.5 stars. This was fun. The Usos inserted themselves. Braun Breaker inserted himself. An accident from Jey Uso spearing Roman Reigns into the table caused a tsunami for the win. My pick, Bronson Reed, finally, in his home country, defeated Roman Reigns. That's a huge fucking win. Huge. Okay? In the last 4 years, not many people pinned, Roman Reigns. You got Jey Uso. You got Cody Rhodes. You got Seth Rollins. That's about it, all I can think of. Now you got Bronson Reed. That's a big fucking deal. And he got so pissed off with the Usos saying, yo, they don't think I can fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? This is not how this shit runs. Now, I love you, but I don't want to see y'all asses until Christmas. Holy fuck. Christmas? So that means, what the fuck? I don't know what route they're going for War Games, but we ain't getting to that yet. Second match. Stephanie McCurr taking on Tiffany Stratton. I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Women's World Champion Stephanie McCurr taking on WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. My pick, Stephanie McCurr defeats Tiffany Stratton to become the women's second Crown Jewel champion. Shout out to Stephanie. I rated this match a 4. It was a little off, but, I expected this to be a little bit better, but it just picked up a little bit. It started off slow, but it picked up, so that's why I gave it a 4. Stephanie McCurr, look at the year. Look at the year she's got, okay? NXT Women's North American Champion. NXT Women's Champion. Okay? Women's World Champion. Women's Crown Jewel Champion. All in the same year. Holy fuck. Yo, shout out to Stephanie. She's moved a hell of a lot more. Like, if you pay attention to where she's at now compared to what she was last year at that pay-per-view called Forbidden Door against Mercedes Moné. Holy shit, you wouldn't have believed me. Third match, John Cena, in one of his last 5 appearances against the phenomenal AJ Styles. I rated this match 5 fucking stars. 5 stars, okay? Kudos to both AJ Styles and John Cena. Holy fuck, bro. This was a great produced match. I would love to know who produced it, who helped produce it. Shout out to John, giving how his introduction, the never seen 17, last real champion, the way his introduction is, hooked AJ Styles up. That's dope. That's really dope. You know what I mean? The guy of TNA, Total Nonstop Action, the Undisputed King of Bullet Club, I think that's what it was called. The face that runs the place. I loved it, And let's give a little where the tributes were. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments if I'm missing anybody. So AJ Styles tributes were Sting, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and the Cowboy James Storm. If I'm missing anyone, let me know. You know what I mean? I think that's as far as I was counting. For John Cena, he gave shout-outs to The Miz with a skull-crushing finale. He actually gave that Boston Crab, I think it's called something else, with Rusev. He gave the Walls of Jericho for Chris Jericho. I love the Sister Abigail with Bray Wyatt. That was such a beautiful moment emotionally. He gave the RKO for Randy Orton. He gave the chokeslam and the tombstone for The Undertaker. That's dope. That's dope. John Cena got the win. He's got 4 appearances left. You know what I mean? He's got Madison Square Garden. He's got the TD Garden in Boston. He's got War Games, and his final match is officially been announced. Washington, D.C. for Saturday night's main event in December. That's going to be that's going to be tough. You know what I mean? I've been to a lot of Monday Night Raws, Smackdowns. I went to 3 WrestleManias, and here's the thing with those 3 WrestleManias. All 3 WrestleManias that I've been to was a John Cena match. You know what I mean? Like, I went to WrestleMania 24. It's a triple threat match against Triple H and Randy Orton for the WWE title. I was at WrestleMania 28 in Miami when he faced The Rock in the main event. But I was at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas for the main event, night 2, with him and Cody Rhodes, where he won. So I got to see John Cena win a match and win a championship. The 17 championship. I was there for the 17. That's dope. So shout out to John and AJ. That was a dope-ass match. Next match, we got Rhea Ripley and Io Sky taking on the Kabuki Warriors. I rated this match at 3.5 stars. Not exactly what I got out of it, but, you know, it was good to see Rhea Ripley back in her home country, showing, for her fans. But I liked her and Nia Jax's match better back in Elimination Chamber in Perth. So I gave that a 3.5 stars. And the main event, the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, taking on the World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins for the Men's Crown Jewel Championship. Cody being a former first ever Crown Jewel champion last year, trying to make it 2 for 2 back to back. Didn't pull it off. My pick, Seth Rollins got the win. This was a pretty interesting match. I thought, personally, I think this was up to par with their first match from WrestleMania 38 in Dallas. I rated this match at 4.5. It just picked off a little slow, but it definitely picked up a little bit more. It definitely, if I had to say that this was definitely my second favorite match of the night. But, shout out to Seth. He earned it. He won it. And, he's the new Crown Jewel champion. Now, MVPs of the night, I give it to Bronson Reed for his win against Roman Reigns. And John Cena with pulling off a classic win over AJ Styles. Ring gear. I got a few of them. I got Bronson Reed, with his ring gear. He killed it. Stephanie Vaquer, I love the gear. She killed it. AJ Styles with his old school TNA gear. John Cena with the fucking, different cities and countries with his shirts. Love it. It's a lot better than what he used to do. Seth Rollins had a dope gear. Cody Rhodes, I think, had the best fucking gear. You know what I'm saying? Like that fucking motorcycle type of jacket that there's a combination with his robe. Definitely, he killed that shit. That was a dope ass gear. Entrance of the night goes to the OTC. Roman Reigns. Stephanie Vaquer killed it with her entrance. John Cena killed it with his entrance, but Cody Rhodes never fails. The American Nightmare got the dope entrance. Always with the pyro and everything. And if I have to say the match of the night, I give it to John Cena versus AJ Styles. Period. They killed it. Now, before we get out of here, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Now, they're planting seeds. They're planting seeds for the women's War Games. You know what I'm saying? It kind of seems like there's a possibility. And if I had to call it, I would definitely say this is a strong possibility. How do you not have this kind of match How do you not have them involved? I feel like the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kara Sane, are going to be involved in War Games. I definitely think Rhea Ripley needs to be. I mean, she's the superstar of superstars. Definitely on Raw or just in both, the whole company. Io Sky, she is fucking super MVP for every War Games match. She always kills it. She's great in the ring. So I do believe Io Sky is going to be a part of it. I just don't know where everyone else fits. You know what I mean? I think somewhere you got Becky Lynch. I wouldn't be shocked. Somewhere you can possibly fit the return of AJ Lee if she's ready. It's really depending if you want to get any of the women's world champion Stephanie Vaquer, or the women's champion Tiffany Stratton, or even the tag team champions Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. I don't think you should put Charlotte in a War Games cage. I mean, we don't need that knee injuring itself again, but who knows? Usos. I don't know. It's a little bit of a question mark, you know what I mean? I know they reunited back at WrestlePalooza. It's just really curious. Are we getting solo Usos again? Jay gonna do his thing. I mean, he didn't win the number one contenders match with LA Knight and CM Punk. CM Punk is the new number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Jimmy Uso, I don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He was on Smackdown, teaming with Jacob Fatu. That, somehow he ended up on Raw. I don't know. It's a little mix when what we're getting from both of them. Not much with Jay, but definitely from Jimmy. But I guess we'll see. So like we said, congrats to CM Punk, number one contender for the world title. And this was the highlight of the night. So Seth Rollins injured his shoulder against Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel. And, with a coast-to-coast headbutt. Personally, what the fuck you doing a coast-to-coast headbutt? You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly, when he was doing that coast-to-coast, I didn't think he was going to do a headbutt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has the agility and the ability to do, what Shane McMahon used to do. You know what I mean? Coast-to-coast in general. But a fucking headbutt? And the landing was so awkward. He banged his shoulder. I mean, they say it could be pulled. They say it could be a torn rotator cuff. And if it is a surgery like that, he's missing War Games. He's missing Royal Rumble. He's missing Elimination Chamber. Fuck. He might not be defending the World Heavyweight title against CM Punk. Hell, he might miss WrestleMania. And they talking about the rumor of the anticipated, long-awaited match between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. Rather, if the world title's on the line or not, it's a question mark. But that's the match. We never got this match. I mean, we got a match at a Money in the Bank, which was a very fucking weird pay-per-view back then to get it. We need this at WrestleMania. The history fills itself. You know what I'm saying? The cash-ins with the Money in the Bank. Fucking last year's WrestleMania 41, Seth got the pin on Roman Reigns. This is a match that WrestleMania 42 has to have. It has to have. So with that being said, look what happens now. Braun Breaker spears Seth Rollins. Bronson Reed tsunamis Seth Rollins. Paul Heyman sides with them. What we get with Seth now? I mean, it's not like Saturday Night's Main Event in July where he faked an injury, if that was a fake an injury anyway. The mystique of that is gone. Where are they going with this? Is the vision over? You know what I'm saying? Already 6 months in? Where is the story going to go? And the crazy, now, just to be honest with you, I love the fact that I can't fucking predict what's next. You twisted my fucking brain by taking them out. But where do you go from here? That's the question. Is Seth going to be out? Is Seth going to return? Is Seth going to get revenge on Braun and Bronson? Is this a setup to make sure at Saturday night's main event in Salt Lake City, CM Punk does not win back the World Heavyweight Championship? Is this a setup? If it is, I'm all fucking for it. But that's all we got for the Drop That Podcast. I'm your boy Eddie Jax. Make sure y'all hit that sub button, that like button. Let's run that fucking hype. We talking about everything. We're going to get back to our reviews when it comes down to films. We got Tron Ares that we got to review. And we got the Smashing Machine with Dwayne The Rock Johnson that we got to review. We'll get that real soon. You know what I mean? We're going to get that this week. We probably won't have too much on MMA and boxing. I mean, certain things got rescheduled, and we got about over a week until the next UFC event. But that's all we got. Make sure y'all hit that sub button, that like button. This is Drop That Podcast. Once again, I'm your boy Eddie Jax. Y'all be cool, okay? Peace.